So I'm making this video about lessons that we can learn from the whole Tate situation. You know, as you know, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate got arrested again, and I think they got released anyway. This time the UK sent like an arrest warrant or something like that. But I want to cover some points that I don't think have been talked about in terms of what we can learn from this situation. But before that, I just want to highlight the amount of coverage the actual situation has gotten. Like, it's on this front page. If you go on YouTube right now, the news stories are coming up, at least for me, that is, and maybe for a lot of you, they're on your front page, you know, and they're right next to stories about the current wars that are going on, or the current wars and other situations which you would expect to be at, you know, on the front of YouTube. So why is this situation getting so much coverage? Do you understand? And I think if you stop and think about it for a bit, and you look at the message that the Tates are putting out, you can kind of see that, okay, someone has got something against this message. You know, someone doesn't want people to become better in that sense. But this video is not going to be about that, but I would be interested to know your guys' thoughts in the comments, you know, why you think it's getting so much coverage, and is there really, you know, are they really, you know, against this whole message and, you know, making people better and self-improvement and stuff like that. But what I want to get into is what we can learn from this. So the first thing, right, this is aimed at people who maybe you want that level of influence that the Tates have because you want to make society better, right? Maybe you have a message that you want to put out and it goes against the mainstream agendas that are being pushed right now, okay? First thing is, your come up is important, right? In some sense, this is where the Tates made the mistake, because they said a lot of things in the past, or made lots of jokes in the past, right? Which are now being used against them, and is backing up the narrative of the mainstream media to paint this picture against them, this whole negative picture, right, of misogyny and all that. So for you guys, if you're looking to get to the same level, right, or beyond, you need to start thinking now about your come up. Yeah, you need to have a clear vision of how you want to be seen and who you want to become, right? And this may mean not getting involved in silly like internet beefs, or hopping on stupid trends and things like that. Essentially, you don't want to sell out your vision for some quick success, okay? Because all this stuff can be used against you in some sense. Second thing is, to really combat the current agendas, you need wealth, okay? You can't, not even just wealth, you need resources, okay? And a really strong network, because you can't fight the top dogs without a solid financial infrastructure. I'm not just talking about being a self-made social media, like let's say you do SMA or whatever it's called, or something like that. Being like a millionaire in that field, that isn't enough, because at the end of the day, they'll just, and we'll get to this in a bit, but they'll just take you off the platform, and then where's your money, where's your influence, where's your power gone? So you need resources. I think the Tates like made their own bank or something like that, because, you know, other banks weren't accepting them. So you need that level of resources to combat the situation. And the only reason the Tates have got to the point they are in terms of this whole arrest situation is because of the infrastructure they have. They're able to keep themselves, you know, safe, and have, you know, good lawyers and all of that are helping them get through this situation. So if you don't have that, you can't really fight a fair fight. Otherwise, what they'll do is they'll just paint a picture of you, make you look like some nutcase, and then what? Then you're back to square one. So you really have to be in it for the long game. And stemming off this is the idea of platforms. Like I mentioned, the only way that you're making money is through YouTube or Instagram or Facebook. Well, we've seen they can just deplatform you, shut you down. So you need some solid ways of bringing in money. I think, again, the Tates own some casinos and solid tangible assets like that, and of course, they have loads of cars. So if they did need money, they could sell a few of their cars, right? Do you get what I'm saying? They have things in place that are keeping them solid. And this is another thing where, as much as I think modern wealth generation, the YouTube income, TikTok income is very important, and it's the way to get rich nowadays. In some sense, that stuff doesn't mean anything when it comes to solid infrastructure like properties and casinos or businesses like of that nature. Do you get what I'm saying? Because this stuff you're going to be more in control of than if the way you became a millionaire was using a certain platform. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're going to need to have your own platforms, or at least be in a network of people that you trust who've built them platforms and can assure you that you can use the platforms, right? So it's very important stuff, okay? And I think the reason, or at least I haven't heard anyone talk about this side of it and why they've got to where they are, because again, there's a lot of people who have seen the type of messages and things that the Tates are putting out, and they're doing their own sort of thing like that. But if they were to get some influence, they wouldn't have that infrastructure in place to maybe keep going. Now, in the meantime, right? So if this is you, this is the path you're on, right? In the meantime, become strong-minded, enjoy life, because if you really want to combat the current system and make the world better, then enjoy life while you can now, because as you get deeper into it, then, you're going to have to be up against the forces that are out there currently, and life might not be as fun. Okay, so enjoy life while you can. Build your business, build your success, build your body, get strong, and strive for generational excellence. Generational excellence is the main theme of this channel. We have a lot of topics on this channel if you're new, and generational excellence is basically providing society with more knowledge, wisdom, and opportunities than you had. So in the sense, we can create a better society and have a humanity that lasts as long as it can, basically. We want humanity to live on and prosper. So keep that in mind and keep working on yourself. Strive towards generational excellence. I've got a lot more videos to come on this channel, and if you're new here, check out some of the other videos. But again, I hope you can take into account these points, and I'm interested to know what you guys think in the comments, so let me know. But with that being said, I will see you in the next one.